So we just want to walk you through real quick our new setup and how to kind of get things ready and where things should go. So we're still tweaking, but we think this is probably where we're going to land with stuff. So you'll notice that each of the kind of holders here on the side, we've got one that has all the like alternative sort of sugars in it. We're eventually just going to go down to just having the stevia because it's kind of the healthiest one. And so these other ones we'll probably get rid of here pretty quick. This is for tea, so just grab an assortment of tea bags. These little beverage napkins will be on the shelf in the closet. We'll show you that too. And then this one is for sugar in the raw. And we're gonna get a little bit particular, y'all, so I'm sorry for this, but it looks the nicest and it serves our people best when they're all kind of going the same way that we could see what they are. So when you fill this, if you could just take a moment, I know it's kind of a pain, but I think it'll be an excellent way to show just a nice clean presentation for everybody so they know what they're grabbing. Sugar's next, so these will be totally filled. This is just at the end of service, so that's why it's not full. But these, you'll come in and just refill those, and then also if you can kind of keep track, and if anything seems like it's running low during service, also replenish, because these don't hold as much as we used to be able to maybe put in there. 2 stacks of cups, again, would be full, just so that we can make sure that it lasts. Right now, obviously, because of the end of service, it's lower. These can go about here. They start to get a little bit wobbly, so just be careful with that part of it. Like, don't put so many that it's all over the place. And then this also would be completely filled up when you start a service. So you'll fill them, put them sideways like that so we can fit as many as possible. On each side, you're going to do, on this side, we're going to do hot water and coffee. And then this one will be decaf and coffee. Put coffee on the outsides just so that there's a little bit more, like people can get to it a little bit easier next to the stuff because those are the most popular. We also have carafes now for cream. So there's 4 for half and half, and they're labeled. And then there's one that's oat milk, which is a different color, which is white. We think that maybe people aren't seeing the half and half, so we're going to make sure that there's always 2 of those in the middle, and then the one in the middle of the oat milk. And then the other ones are going to go on the ends here as kind of backup because we don't want to run out. So then we can always swap them out if some seem like they're empty. In the middle here, there are syrups. If you're replenishing, you're on second service duty, those are going to go in the closet when you clean up the rest, because we don't want people to take them. The kids at night in youth group like to pump them into cups and drink them, and so we want to avoid that. So just the bottles, you don't have to, you can leave the shelf, but you'll just carry the bottles and put them on the shelf in there. And then, so if you're first service and you don't see them out here, that would be where they would be. Sometimes they'll be out because the Wednesday night crew just leaves them because there's no youth group after that. But if for some reason they're not here, that's fine. On the top, you'll notice is sugar-free options, so keep those ones up there. And then the other 4 should be regular syrup. Right now, these all have the tops on them, so just keep using these till they're pretty much out. I have others in the closet, I'll show you later. This is honey. So again, if this gets too low, there's a container of honey in there so you can refill it. Sometimes if you notice that things get a little jammed, what you could do is get a cup of hot water from when you make hot water, and you can put it use the cup to clear out some stuck stuff, so that could be helpful too. There's 4. Oh, yes. If these are, sorry, we're not putting anything behind these now so that it stays nice and clean. So you are still going to have 4 made per service, 4 carafes of coffee, of regular coffee. You only have to do 1 decaf, 1 hot water, but it did run out today, so in the winter I think people like tea a little bit more, so you might have to remake a hot water for second service. But the extra carafes we're going to keep in the closet, and then it's a little more active, so you're going to have to come and kind of feel how they are doing, and then if they seem low, you can swap out with those other ones. So same thing on this side, should be pretty much the same. We're going to take you into the closet now next, so we'll show you what's there. All right, so when you're in here, if you're making coffee and you're wondering where the extra is going to go, you're going to put your extra carafes of coffee right here. And if at the end of second service you're the cleanup person, the bottles of syrup will go here as well, because they have the tall things on them, so they fit here pretty well. If you ever need, if the syrup completely runs out, there's nothing left, there are some extra bottles here. Remember there's the blue sugar-free labels. So we usually have 2 of those, and the others are regular, and those would be available to like replenish what was used up. All of the sugars and teas are here. Again, we're not really going to use these ones back here. These are actually going to probably go away. We're just going to do sugar in the raw, stevia in the raw, and then here's all the tea bags, and I'll keep adding more to those as we go. Stirrers are here. Napkins will be over here. We're kind of not super excited about this brand, so we're going to get new ones, but they'll still be in the same spot. So if we run out of napkins, just come over here and grab those. And then cups and lids are here. If this runs out, they're in the basement underneath the coffee grinder spot. So you could just grab them from there if you want. We try to keep extras up here just so you don't have to go as far, but if for some reason there's not any, you could grab them from there. Oh, also, there's usually the sleeves for the coffees also. Oh, maybe we can make them. They're down there. One other note is that we're trying to keep things as tidy as possible in here. So this shelf right here is designated for 2 things. One is your belongings. So if you bring like a purse or a bag or Bible or something you want to set down, this would be where you would do that. But also we've got some things for you as volunteers. If you're hungry or thirsty, there's bottles of water. There are some snack options for you that you can grab. Because sometimes when you're here, especially if you're like a both service kind of person, you get a little hungry by the time you go home. So feel free to grab things. Otherwise though, we're trying to keep everything like pretty cleaned up in here. So it tends to hold a lot of things. Also, if you didn't know, this is where the name tags are. So if you ever need to grab yours or see where it is. If you don't have one for some reason, please tell me and I'll make you one as soon as possible. But you can just leave them here, or if you take it home, just make sure you bring it back when you serve.
Hi everybody, we're downstairs in the kitchen now. Just going to show you, this is where we've been keeping the creamer that you fill up in the crafts that are upstairs. And when they're done, they should be down here on the countertop, either rinsed out if they're empty, or if they still have some in them, we can put them right back next to this and save them for the next week. Let's move over to the coffee. Right now it's weird, we're in a little different spot. We're trying different coffees, we're trying new things. Right now we are doing this bag right here. It's gone already. Here we go. The Eclipse coffee. We're finding out right now with this coffee, 1.5 grind, but we're not sure if we're going to stick with this or go back to the white bag or go back to our original Kalamazoo Rise and Shine. So we'll leave a note here for a while how many grinds are supposed to be. So like right now it's 1.5. The Monarch was only 1 and we were fine. And the Kalamazoo stuff was 2 grinds. So we're trying to figure that out. We're trying to get a good blend to make sure everybody likes it, but also we're trying to save a little money as well without grinding it so much we don't need to. All the cups that Jen was talking about are stored down here. The sleeves are down here. There's some sleeve tops over there. So anytime you need to refill upstairs, a lot of it's down here. As you clean up, return the crafts here upside down, rinse them out over there, return the coffee crafts here, rinsed out upside down. The empty creamers that are left over, you can just rinse out and set over here as well so they can dry out. Any of them that have some in them still, you put them back in the refrigerator like I said.